instead of being scared by tremors every day, I just learned to be unafraid, to be courageous, right?
Yeah.
So I think that it's kind of a metaphor for life when we can learn to be ready, be aware, be prepared for anything, and then act quick, stay calm, wait for the storm to pass, but then get back to work.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Rush Out Perspective, a Master in the Art of Living podcast. At the heart of Crystal McIvor's story lies her unwavering passion for service and kindness, epitomized by her groundbreaking initiatives like Support Our Scrubs and the Noble Awards. With a heart full of empathy and gratitude, Crystella shines a light on everyday heroes who inspire us all to live authentically and with purpose. But Crystella's adventures don't stop there. From her risky ventures in entrepreneurship with Lace Technology to her role as the ultimate sales guru at Engage to Sell, Crystella is a force to be reckoned with within every arena. Her most recent induction into the Collin County Marine Corps League only showcases her unwavering commitment to service and community. Get ready to feel the warmth of her spirit as she shares her secrets to living a life filled with meaning and magic. Crystella, it's a pleasure to have you here on the Rush Out Perspective, a Master in the Art of Living podcast. You know, before we get started, I want to say as we get started, I want to share with you why I wanted you to be on the podcast. You attended this last Fellowship Power Lunch event where they had the Folds of Honor guest speakers, and there was just there's people that navigate. They go to these civic engagement, speaking engagements or community things. There's some people that kind of are just there attending, right? And then there's people that are participating. And that's what really shined a light for me, was that you were actively engaged with every single thing that was going on in that room. And it was kind of like I'll be honest with you, I was like, wow, who is this woman of great courage and tenacity, getting out there and getting actively involved, making sure people know that she was there. So I wanted to let you know that before we get started. So it's a pleasure. It really is a pleasure to get to know you today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad that we met.
Yes.
Sometimes things in life are just meant to be. So I'm glad that we met. I'm glad and honored to be here with you today. Happy to share a little piece of my story, my life. If I can help anyone anywhere, this is why I'm here. But I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate what you do for our society, for our community, for humanity in spreading kindness and spreading awareness and helping people to tell their stories so that we can be more united and help each other and grow together. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm honored to be here.
I'm honored to have you as well. Okay, let's get this thing started. Okay, let's start with talking about a little bit about some of the impactful organizations you either have spearheaded or contributed to, like the Collin County Marine Corps League, Support Our Scrubs, and Engage to Sell that I mentioned at the intro.
Absolutely. I have a lot to say about all of these things,
Awesome.
So I will try to make it short. So my nonprofit, which I founded at the start of the pandemic, is called Support Our Scrubs. Obviously, at the start of the pandemic, we're all sitting on our couches wondering, what can I do? How do I help? My daughter is a nurse, so seeing her fresh out of college, welcome to nursing, welcome to a pandemic, I was like, what do I do? How do I help? And wanting to be a force for good on planet Earth, wanting to be part of the solution and help other people, I wanted to start getting them PPE because I noticed, all the healthcare workers are going to fight on behalf of our country, on behalf of our families, our loved ones that were sick and falling ill, and they didn't feel safe going into work. So I first wanted to get them PPE, but that was impossible because there were large governments and corporations and wealthy people. They were all fighting over the PPE. I was just this mom in Dallas saying, hey, I need PPE, and that wasn't really working. So I quickly pivoted my focus and started figuring out, what can I do to help? And I noticed that a lot of mom and pop restaurants and businesses were worried about having to close their doors. And so I kind of put two and two together, and I started thinking, maybe I can help them and also help our hospital staff, our first responders, all of those that were serving on the front lines during an invisible war that we weren't even sure what we were facing. I know this was a little while ago, but if we recall those emotions that we were all feeling at that time, there was a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
So I quickly started getting meals and care baskets and coffees and cupcakes, and with the help of so many people. I could never have done this by myself, right? But with the help of businesses and individuals and people pitching in and restaurants, we have helped to deliver over 100,000 meals and care baskets and coffees and cupcakes and thank you cards to hospitals across the Metroplex, which, the cards that we receive, the notes, the thank yous, sometimes it's what they needed to just get through that day.
Yeah.
They were struggling. They were seeing a lot of pain, a lot of loss, a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
So I'm so grateful. It's been a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever you put your heart and your mind and your efforts into doing something, it takes a lot out of you, but it also is rewarding. And so I've seen some of the best of humanity in doing this. I've met some incredible people. Thank you to every single individual that has helped support our scrubs and donated or helped with meals and care baskets. Churches, groups, so many people have just pitched in and done their small part, and together we've made a difference.
Yeah.
So I'm just so thankful for everyone. As I continue to work with Support Our Scrubs, the challenges that we are seeing and what we were talking about is kind of, the mental health challenges in our society right now.
Yeah.
I have served with many, many, many nonprofit organizations for almost as long as I can remember. I serve probably with, 15, 20 nonprofits currently, and
Wow.
a lot of them are, veteran organizations, so I'm very familiar with what trauma and PTSD and all of that looks like. And sadly, a lot of the similarities that I've seen in our veteran community, I'm now seeing hints of, and those same challenges of trauma and PTSD and panic attacks and these things. So it is something that we're going to have to face as a society, as a community together, and find solutions and help each other. But at this point, my mission and my job, apart from continuing to deliver the meals and care baskets and just be kind and spread kindness and joy, to just let anyone out there that is struggling, be it in the medical community, first responder community, veteran community, teachers, so many people, if you are struggling or feeling alone, or having a little bit of PTSD from what everyone has been through, please know that you're not alone. Know that there are other people here for you, and we're here to support each other, and we can lift each other up, and find things that you can be happy about and count your blessings. Be thankful for nature and your family and your pets, your loved ones. If you love gardening, if you love being creative, if you love art, whatever you love to do, try to find that passion and find that joy of living, and slowly and gently, because healing takes time, slowly and gently find your way back to who you originally were, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's a journey, and it doesn't happen overnight, but I think that there is so much hope. There's so much joy. There's so much beauty to be found.
Yeah.
So that is currently my mission with Support Our Scrubs, to just let people know that they're not alone. Everything will work out. Find the help that you need. If find people to talk to.
That's amazing. You're right, because my wife and I, we both got COVID together, and we were ICU'd 14 days apart. 4 days apart. And she spent 14, I spent 11 in ICU. And she actually works for a company that handles the technology behind making sure that nurses and big nursing facilities get their pay and benefits and stuff like that. So I totally understand how I can say, as a patient, getting a care basket from Lisa Kay was like, I was like, oh man. And so my other friends who sent care baskets to my wife, I was like, this is beautiful. So I can imagine that the relief, the encouragement, how it impacted a nurse, because I have so much respect for nurses. Talk to me a little bit. Talk to me a little bit about like what. Okay, so we know the why, right? And As you look at the supporter scrubs now, you want to get into healthcare, like the mental health aspect of it. What are some of the things that you're thinking about, like what strategy it would be implemented, you think?
Yes, well, I'm not going to say I have the solutions.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how to best, fix this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a quick fix. I really don't think that it is. But spreading, being aware of a situation is the first step.
Right.
So knowing, okay, this is something that we're going to have to take care of.
Yeah.
And preemptively start planning, and then letting people know, hey, if you are dealing with something, even if it's the beginning, just start talking about it. Letting, I don't think that it's healthy when we just like cover things up.
Yeah. Yeah.
The longer that you try to hold something down, sometimes the worse it gets.
Yeah.
So being open, being honest, and sharing our hearts, and sometimes being vulnerable. I know I don't like to focus on the negativity, but I think that if you're just gentle and okay about it, then it makes it so much easier to deal with.
Yeah.
So it's not that we have to talk about it all day, but it's important to be able to like know that, hey, this is okay. We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
So a couple of the things that we do, and I'm always open to suggestions to learning, to growing, because every single day I try to learn new things, and I try to be a little better than yesterday, and hopefully tomorrow better than today.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we're doing, so right now, for example, on our website, on supportourscrubs.org, anyone can hop on. I've got a wonderful library of free yoga classes and breathing techniques and meditation techniques, just to help anyone anywhere, just in case that's one of the helps that we can do. For example, down at Texas Health Dallas, the hospital down there, for the next couple of months, we're going to be teaching yoga classes on campus to help teach, with breathing, with meditation. We're going to do some sound baths. I do love yoga just because I feel like it does help you to connect with who you are. And there's so many things, be it, whatever type of workout you like, whatever type of kind of ways that you like to connect with your body, with your mind, that is healthy. So I always trying to provide those type of outlets, but then I would also, if possible, would love to be able to provide counseling if people need that, and those resources, because I think talking about things and making it okay helps your body to heal. It helps you when you,
it relieves the pressure valve of holding it in, right?
Yes.
I also noticed that transitioning into your work with I saw that you recently joined the Collin County Marine Corps League too. That was like, when I saw pictures of it, I was like, man, these people, this organization doesn't know what they just got. No, I saw like a fireball going through this thing. And talk to me a little bit about what you, why you joined, why you joined, and what you're excited about the organization.
I'm so excited. So I love our veterans. I was not born in this country, and I didn't get to serve in the military. Thank you for your service. I know that you serve in the Army, and that's amazing, so thank you. But I have great respect for those who have helped to build our country, that have made our country what it is. So it's all of these people that have given so much and put their lives on the line in so many cases. I know a lot of veterans that have served, and I hear their stories, and I'm just in awe of what they did for our country, to build it, to protect it, to defend it. And I think that all of us, young and old, need to never forget that. We need to remember that those that have sacrificed so much deserve our respect, and we all need to continue to serve with that same desire to uphold, our rights, our humanity, and what we believe in. So again, back to serving. So I was recently sworn into the Collin County Marine Corps League, which is an organization here. And I was so incredibly honored. Not only am I honored to just be in the room with these ladies and gentlemen that have served our country. They're strong, they're courageous, they're brave, they are hilarious. They have the best sense of humor. So I'm honored to just be with them, to serve alongside them. But to be sworn in and to feel like they've kind of taken me in and that I can be a part of them. Like, that is just such a great honor.
Yeah.
And I am more than happy to help and support them in any way. So I'm helping out with their Marine Corps ball this year.
Nice.
And they do Toys for Tots. They have amazing different initiatives that they do to help with scholarships for young people. They help to recognize Eagle Scouts. If there are Marines out there that are struggling right now, they will go in and help rebuild, ramps, or help them with their homes, help them with moves. So what they do year round to kind of support each other is a beautiful thing. And so I'm just honored to be part of that. It's so amazing.
That's amazing. I think it's so cool that that you're engaging in, with the veteran community. And you said you had so many. I might have to do a credit list of all your nonprofits you're a part of. But this one really stuck out because I could tell that. I was like, all these different organizations, they have the energy that you're going to bring to these organizations. Really is like. It's like, man, maybe I should go out there and check it out.
Yes. And also, if anyone in Collin County or in the DFW Metroplex is interested in being part of a group like this, I know that at ours, we meet every third Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m. at the Harley-Davidson on 121 in Allen. And any Marine is welcome to join.
Yeah.
So we want to build community. We want people to feel welcomed. If you have served and you've kind of don't really know where to fit in, or are looking for a family and people to just hang out with, or if you want to serve, show up to one of our meetings. All are welcome, and we can then help you to fit in if you want to do something good for someone else, or if you need help. So they are there to help serve and also give back and give opportunities for service, which I love. So feel free to join us. I would love to see you there.
Awesome. Okay. Podcast is called The Rush Outrospective, a Mastering the Art of Living podcast. My question will be to you is how, when you started going through this journey and getting into nonprofits, right? Could you share with us a couple of key lessons you've learned from setbacks or failures that ended up being stepping stones to your success, or the success you feel of being a part of the organizations? Like, when you first initiate with the organization, say, I want to be a part of this. What are some of the key lessons that you've learned either from setbacks or failures from that experience?
I will have to go back a little bit because I think that I'll tell you a little story, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And because I think that resilience and bravery and courage and fearlessness, it's not something that we're born with. I think that it's something that we can grow, we can build, we can develop, which I think is a beautiful thing because it doesn't matter what your baseline is. It doesn't matter your past. It doesn't matter where you're coming from, what obstacles you've overcome. It's because it is something that we can grow, we can develop. It's like a muscle, right? You can make it bigger. I think that, you can empower yourself. So, for example, when I was young, and this is why I feel like it takes time. It almost takes a lifetime to build the joy of life, the ability to overcome, the ability to see past challenges. And so I'll take you back to when I was 7 going on 8.
Okay.
And my family moved to Peru, which is a beautiful country, beautiful people. I've lived in many countries all over Central and South America and have a million stories to tell. I was born in Mexico City. And so anyway, little kiddo going to Peru, new country. And, it's such a beautiful country. It's mountains, nature, culture, good food, all the things.
Yeah.
But so 3 days after we moved to Peru, one of my sisters was born, which is a whole nother story. But it turns out, so Peru is on a tectonic plate. So it's on a very, what are those zones called?
I'm not sure. I didn't pass
something
geography.
Just kidding. Okay, well, so anyway, as a little kiddo, when I got there, it turns out that they have a lot of earthquakes and tremors because of where they are.
Okay.
And so, talking about building resilience, When I get to this country as a little kid, they're like, hey, there's lots of tremors, there's lots of earthquakes, it's going to be okay, but these are the instructions. So if you're inside, when you feel the tremor, you run outside, like you drop what you're doing, you run outside, you find a place where there's no trees, no buildings, no obstructions, nothing that can fall on you.
Yeah.
Right? You wait for the tremor to pass, and then you can go back inside and get back to work. I was like, okay, no problem. Well, it turns out in Peru, especially where we were living, this was almost a daily occurrence.
Wow.
Right? So every single day, tremor. So I learned to be aware, right? You're paying attention.
Yeah.
So be aware, think quick, move quickly, run outside, wait for the storm to pass, wait for the tremor to pass, and then go and get back to work. So again, every single day. And this builds resilience, right?
Yeah,
so this
yeah.
is the story. Every single day, okay, be aware, be ready for it, right? Tremor starts, I run outside, wait for the tremor to pass, stay calm, very important.
Yeah.
And then, get back to work.
Yeah.
And I think that things like that in my life that have been things that I've just integrated into who I am have, as I look back, right? They say hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
So as I look back over my life, all of the challenging things that I went through, instead of being scared by tremors every day, I just learned to be unafraid, to be courageous, right?
Yeah.
So I think that it's kind of a metaphor for life when we can learn to be ready, be aware, be prepared for anything, and then act quick, stay calm, wait for the storm to pass, but then get back to work.
Nice.
So these, and then I just kind of rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
And you got to do
yeah.
that with life.
Yeah.
So those are, life is just so beautiful. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's a journey.
Yeah.
But I think that those type of things is what makes us who we are.
Yeah.
And being able to deal with them.
That's an amazing answer. It's like, stay calm, be ready. All those decision-making processes that you've already harnessed, and you said this is what I've mastered in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can face the adversity or whatever with some courage. Already a leg up because you already have these essential tools in your toolbox to say, I got this, and let's go.
Exactly.
That's amazing. That's beautiful.
But it's the tough times that make us strong.
Yeah.
Right? So that then I am ready. Like every single day when a challenge comes my way, when an opportunity comes my way, when there's things that I can do, I've built up the courage, I've built up the fearlessness, I've built up the strength and the determination. And I've been through all that.
Yeah.
I've been through hurricanes, I've lived through so much
Yeah.
that I literally feel sometimes like, let's do this. Like
Yeah.
there's almost nothing that as humans, when we are courageous and when we're fearless and when we're strong and determined, like there's almost nothing that we can't do.
Yeah, that's amazing. Your story's so cool because you can use earthquake as an analogy for some part of your life. That was an
Right.
earthquake. That was a hurricane. That was a tsunami, whatever, right?
Yes.
You could, and that's such a remarkable way to describe it. Maybe that's what I recognize in you, that you say, man, that girl right there, that woman right there, she's got it. I don't know what, there's something in her eyes that you just see it, you go, okay, let's go,
Right.
So that's amazing. You're making your mark through communities and through your life, right? How do you find the right balance between your drive for success and compassion for others in your entrepreneurial pursuits? Like, you have that drive for success and you have compassion, and how do you, for others in your entrepreneurial pursuits, how do you find the right balance for that?
I am not an expert in this.
Yes.
I have so much to learn because every single day I'm trying to be better at that, better at balance. I will not say that I have it all figured out, but I will say that I take every single day as it comes. So, one step at a time, one day at a time, just focus on the job at hand.
Yeah.
So the job may seem big and overwhelming, but I will tell you something about myself, and I don't love to talk about myself, to be honest.
Well, you're doing it
but
now.
I do love a challenge. I have learned that about myself.
Okay.
I'm almost, oddly enough, at my best when things are difficult, because it's when I find my limits, and then I love to push the boundaries, and I love to figure out, like, what else can I do? How else can I learn? Can I grow? Can I push myself? Can I better myself? And so I try to face every opportunity and every day and every situation with courage, but then also really be present. So just because there's a lot of things that I did yesterday or a lot of things I need to do tomorrow or next week or next month, if I can be present in this moment, be here with you with all of who I am.
Yeah.
I'm here right now and I'm thinking of nothing else. I'm doing nothing else. I'm here focused on our conversation, on our connection, on our helping someone somewhere to find out who they are and find their courage and find their resilience, find their inner strength and their inner power. So focusing in that moment and being 100% present and enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I don't have it mastered. It's, life is about balancing, but taking it one step at a time, one day at a time, one opportunity and challenge is something that I'm enjoying doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. One of the things I said is, in when I read your intro, right, is your authenticity and gratitude seems to resonate deeply with those around you. Was this always natural for you, or did you intentionally develop it over time? And what strategies have you found to be helpful in nurturing these qualities?
Well, thank you for those kind words. I don't really, I don't know if I have exact tips on how to do this, but I will say that I do not take life for granted. Life is very, very short. It's very precious. It's meant to be valued and appreciated and loved. All of us, I'm sure, have had, family or friends that have struggled. We've all had friends that we've lost. We've had family we've lost. And so valuing life and seeing how precious and important it is not something that I ever take lightly. I try to live every single day with courage, with grace, with strength, with determination, with grit, and live that day so that I can be proud of the example that I'm setting for my children and for my community, and that when I go to bed at night, I try to have the least, zero regrets if possible. Hey, I lived my life and I'm proud of the day that I lived.
Nice.
No one is perfect. I have a million mistakes, things that I need to work on in my life. I'm the first to admit that and apologize if I've made mistakes. But also, I want to be proud of that day. And, maybe if I made someone smile or just a word of kindness, an act of kindness, that is important to me. So when my head hits the pillow at night, I have, I fall asleep really, really quickly these days because I'm always busy and I'm always doing a million things. But I can be at peace with, the way that I've lived or gotten through that day, which, every single day is just something to be cherished and appreciated and thankful for. Because tomorrow is not promised for any of us. So I do try to live my life, very, very aware of that.
I love that. You may want to make that, you might want to have to patent that comment. I'm proud of the day I lived today. You need to put that on a T-shirt. We need to do that. We need to partner up on a T-shirt. Let's do it. Okay, let's see here. You told me to skip this question, so I'm going to skip it. But I do want to.
Because I don't like to talk about myself. That was a question.
Well, it sounds like
about
you're talking
me.
about yourself now, so I feel like I could do this. Let's see. Okay, I'll customize it a little. Okay. You said you enjoy yoga, right?
I do.
And yoga is very therapeutic for people, right? From a therapeutic standpoint, is yoga, is that a time where people can, what does it provide? What is, in the essence, what does it provide? What's the essence of yoga, and what does it provide somebody who's trying to, regulate themselves?
So the beautiful thing about life, again, and about us as humans, is that finding out kind of what yoga helps us to do is to kind of find our center.
Okay.
You know, it teaches you to breathe, which is so important and such a beautiful, simple thing that we can do to improve our health, our mental well-being, our physical well-being. So breathing is so important. And, you know, the deep cleansing breaths.
Yeah.
And then even, you know, feeling the breath and releasing stress or, you know, challenges that we've been through.
Are those moments of like reflection, like when you're going through the breathing exercises or the yoga stretching? Are there times when you're reflective and you're thinking about like, man, I overreacted to this person, or I don't, you know, stress relief, you know, I don't need to act. Is it meditative in that capacity, you think?
I'm sure it is for some.
Yeah.
I don't know if we all think or behave differently,
Yeah.
but when I'm like doing yoga, I'm actually thinking of nothing else.
Oh,
I don't know how, but
Yeah.
I somehow am just in that moment and paying attention to my body, every muscle in my body, everything that's moving, any discomforts, because I've learned to kind of let it go.
Yeah.
And that's a lovely thing to be able to, you know, just if you're feeling a little tense in one side, like it teaches you about kind of balancing your body.
Yeah.
Making sure that both shoulders feel the same, both hips feel the same, both knees feel the same, and really aligning yourself.
Okay.
And again, a metaphor for life. It's the simple, tiny things that when we pay attention to them and notice them, and then kind of make them our normal.
Yeah.
Make it our normal to breathe deeply and let things go.
Yeah.
Make it our normal to sit up straight and be proud of who we are. Not in a bad way, not in to be like all into yourself or thinking that you're better than someone else, but really to take ownership of who you are. To know, like, I get one life, and it's my choices, my decisions, my actions that are going to impact both my tiny journey on this planet and impact the people that I touch and those that I'm around. So what do I want to do with this tiny short life that I have? Because sometimes we think that, oh, life is really long, and it is long in some ways, but it's also so short. It's like a tiny blip in, you know, in history of humanity. So we get that one opportunity to live our lives with courage and being proud of who we are in a very good way.
Yeah. I
You
guess
know-
I bet.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I guess I've been doing yoga wrong. That's why I'm stuck at it. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm carrying this and be like, why did you do that? You know, I'm just kidding. Throwing your life out about it. I'm just kidding. Getting out of line. No, no, yoga is like so important. I think I recently started Pilates, and I've been it's like this big guy doing this Pilates. But
I love it.
And my trainer, she's shout out to Jacqueline at McKinney Movement Center. But she's professional ballet dancer and you know all that stuff. But it's really cool. Well, that's that's true. I guess
I'm proud of you for doing that.
Yeah.
And I would encourage anyone. It doesn't matter what you want to do to move your body.
Yeah.
Right. But stay connected to who you are because you know it's your body, your mind, your spirit, and it is important for mental health, for physical health, for longevity, and also to set that example for our future generations. It's not that healthy to sit constantly at a computer or just on your phone.
Right.
You know, I think that we as parents, as responsible adults, we need to help still set that example.
Yeah. Okay, so what advice would you give to individuals who are looking to make meaningful impacts in their communities?
I love that question. It could be very long-winded, but I would encourage anyone, anywhere, to do something kind. So part of my mission statement in Support Our Scrubs is to facilitate acts of kindness. So my personal mission in life is to bring people together and lift people up. And so anything that I can do to fulfill that mission, I'm all in. And so I would encourage people start in your own backyard. You know, if you're a mom, you can volunteer at the school or with field trips or with your kiddos. You know, be present in your kiddos' lives. I always recommend that when possible. I know we get busy, but our children are our future. And one of these days they're gonna have to take over this country for us. So the time that we invest in them, the love that we show them, the example that we set, it is one of the most important things you can do. As a parent, that is our job, and it's our responsibility to raise the future leaders of our country and of our world. So if you are a business leader, try to set that example. Find opportunities for yourself and your employees to maybe volunteer or give back in ways. It doesn't matter, like, whatever vertical, whatever business, whatever demographic, whatever community you are in, find ways to serve. There are opportunities. There are nonprofits that need help. I have taken in our city, so I serve with the city of Allen. I'm chair of our Convention and Visitor Bureau, and so I serve a lot with my community, just trying to make it, make the world a slightly better place. Yeah. And so I have taken our Citizens Police Academy. I've taken our Citizens Fire Academy. I've taken Stop the Bleed. I've taken our CPR classes. Wow. And I've actually been able to use these at different times. Like, I'll tell you another quick story.
Go right ahead.
So I was at a gala. I do help with a lot of nonprofits, and they do fundraisers. And so I was at a gala, actually here in Frisco, and supporting. And then I happened to walk into a restroom, the women's restroom, and there was a woman in the restroom, right? She had hit her head, and I saw, I don't know if I should, I don't know how much information I can give. Anyway, she was hurt, and there was blood on the ground, so I quickly, due to the training that I've had with the police and the fire and Stop the Bleed and all these things, I acted really quickly, called 911, was able to calm her down, keep her talking, was able to get the help that we needed, and thankfully she's okay, Wow. And later the husband had called me, and they actually, they had been looking for the girl in the silver dress that had helped his wife. Oh, wow. And so they did their research and finally got my number and called me, which is such a beautiful thing. Like I just stepped in to try to be there for someone. Yeah. But I have been thankfully at the right place at the right time in multiple occasions. And in an airport the other day was able to help someone that got hurt. And not that I have all of the training, but those things that we can do to prepare us again in life to be ready for those moments and be able to act quickly because we've done this on purpose. Right. Being strategic with our education, with knowledge, with power, so that we can then empower others. Yeah. So, it doesn't matter where you are in life, what community you serve in. I would encourage everyone to find a way to serve because it not only helps your community, but it helps you. It makes you a better person. It helps you to grow as an individual and to give back and also feel comfortable about the legacy that you're leaving, the impact that you're having, the example that you're setting for your children and for others.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you're right. It's a lot of people are not equipped to handle at certain moments when somebody needs a decisive action if they get hurt, Right. And you're one of those action ready individuals. That's pretty cool. I'll make sure if I'm in Allen, I'm gonna be in this area. I'm just kidding. But it's great. Okay, so what other organizations, what exciting organizations are you part of that you would like the audience to know about?
Oh, wow.
I know you have
many things. Yes, I would love to talk about the Noble Award. Yeah. So something else that I founded, that I started, is called the Noble Award. So this is a recognition program, and I could actually use your help to spread awareness about. Sure. And also, if anyone out there is interested in helping me, I'm still looking for a sponsor to help me actually pull this off. Okay. Because this is a recognition program. Anyone, anywhere in our countries, in the U.S., I'll start here, but I would love, it's fine to be international. Yeah. But that serves our country, so be it in the medical community, first responders, police, fire, veterans, servicemen and women. I would love to be generous with the award. So I will, people can hop on our website on supportourscrubs.org, fill out the little form. I think that the person that nominates someone is doing something kind, and I'm always going to encourage that. It only takes a few minutes to nominate someone, and we'll need their name and their address and possibly a picture so we can share awareness and spread kindness and recognize them online as well. But then we will shoot them a plaque so that they can then feel, hopefully, just put a smile on their face, show a little bit of appreciation and kindness. So if you're out there and would like to nominate anyone, please hop on our website. And if you would like to be part of the program or help me out just in getting the plaques done or getting them shipped, I can definitely use help because there's so much to do.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we'll figure it out.
Thank
and maybe
you.
we can do, we can figure out some promotion regarding it.
That would be
somehow.
amazing.
That'd be really great.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so City of Allen, what's exciting in the City of Allen right now that people can, like, say they can go to, or what's going on in the City of Allen as we
Oh
speak?
my goodness, so many things. So things that I'm helping out with this month. I'm helping out with and I'll get to the City of Allen,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There's a lot of things. So I'm helping out with the Garland Police Never Walk Alone Foundation.
Okay.
They're doing a clay shoot, and so I'm helping out with that. I'm helping out with the Special Forces Gala, which is a Colorado nonprofit that's doing their first event here in Texas.
Oh, wow.
But I do like to support national nonprofits
Yeah.
and bring awareness to what they're doing. So they serve the Special Forces and Gold Star families and I'm trying to remember exactly. There's so many organizations. So in the City of Allen, let me think. We always have our 4th of July, which is super duper fun.
Yeah.
They do constantly have. I know that people right now can sign up for the Fire Academy, the
Okay.
Citizens Fire Academy,
Okay.
and the Citizens Police Academy as signups going on.
Nice.
So and they might be in other cities as well. So I would encourage you, educate yourself, learn, and it opens your mind, your heart, your eyes to what people that serve our communities daily, what they do, what their job looks like, what their day looks like. And it gives you so much respect for them, but it also helps you to want to be a better person, want to be a better human, and set that example for your community. So So on my Facebook page, I tried to list nonprofits and put their
Okay.
links in there.
I think I saw that.
Of nonprofits that I'm currently working with, but I will tell you, Facebook only allows 50 links.
Oh, really?
And I work with so many nonprofits and organizations that I do want to highlight and that I want to spread awareness about. So I don't know if I need to start figuring out how to cycle those but I'll try to add more lists, add more events, so that people that do want to serve, be it serve our veterans. I do serve with homelessness. I do serve with human trafficking and sex trafficking and awareness of so many things. There's a lot going on in our communities that many of us are unaware of. And so if people do want to serve, if they want to learn more, do it.
Awesome.
It'll make us better. It'll make us a tighter knit community, and then we can help each other. So,
Cristela, it was a pleasure to have you here on the Rush Outrospective, a Mastering the Art of Living podcast. So many takeaways from our conversation today. I think we should really make a T-shirt about,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And it's a pleasure to know you, even learn more about how you think, who you are. And thank you very much for being part of the Rush Outrospective.
Well, thank you. I'm honored to be here. I appreciate what you do for our communities and sharing our stories. So thank you, and I've had a great time.
Awesome. All right, guys, that's it for the Rush Outrospective. As I always say, have peace and the light in you, and remember that the ocean refuses no river.